It's a very interesting part of a lion's roar. They've got different tonal parts in the whole roar if you break the whole thing down in a study. Sorry, trailing off again. But that last part, that is typically, depending if they're trying to communicate it further away, they tend to make that a little bit longer and louder. It's a very low frequency, so it travels better through different terrain. And it's not as much of the center part of the roar is actually the real tonal part where there's a lot of specific sounds in that you can recognize individuals from. But that last part is that part that they try and make the sound carry further out. So you've got different parts of the roar even. But just to try and explain what Rex was saying is that Safari moved out to create a space for Karula. Karula's sort of doing the same thing now by moving up north a little bit and creating. But Saseka hasn't been, I haven't heard much of her on the radio, or where is she? What have you heard?
Well, last time you heard about Saseka, she was down at three house plan into Little Gari. I've been heard since from then. And once before, myself and Simon, we were called in somewhere, Garime, the same area of eastern side of Leadwood Road. She was moving in and out on that area. She ended disappeared because it's very thick on that area. I believe they're still moving together in the same block, but they might be starting to getting separated, and each and every individual trying to go in the favorite spot of the area that's been created by the mother. So you might find that the other one might operate other side of the road, and the other one will come more towards our area where we are, which is really amazing for this leopard, how actually they do things into the area. It's really, if you look at Safari, she used to, now she's no longer coming down towards 3 hours there. She's just turning the triple Impala plains, Zoe's Road, and back up to Safari, which is really amazing. She used to come all the way down, remember, yet in quarantine once before, but she's no longer coming all the way down to here. She's tried to move around in that area there, right at the corner of our property.
But I must admit, that's one of the leopards I'm personally also very excited about. Safari is very special. I'll just watch my sound here. I hope it's all right. She's always been a very special leopard to me. She used to live, the first time I ever saw her was on Envoy Tiller Access up in the Murula tree. That's the first time I ever saw Safari. I'll never forget that.
Yeah, she's
a special cat.
Yeah.
And we had the other day, certainly not Rex, but the other day we had, we saw, who was with me on camera, Simon or Herman? When we saw all three of them, 3 generations. We had Safari first, we had Tingana first, then Safari, then we left when we drove back, and where Tingana was earlier, we just looked and spotted another leopard, and it was Karula crossing. And we saw Safari again later, but it's just nice to see
all 3 generations.
Like that,
It's really amazing. I mean, it's beautiful for all these leopard. Mainly, we now, looking forward, expectation of pregnancy of that leopard. It looked like, if she have cubs, she would be more in and around Yana Dam, Befesuk Dam. She tend to be on that area most. But we had today, or late this afternoon, that yesterday she just crossed back to south, which is headed towards Little Gari. But she's still moving in the area, but most of the time she tends to be more into the north. So it can be happening right at the other side. And we had another we had on the radio, another leopard with having cubs. It could be beacon female. She was moving towards south, but on top there by Sasal Dam, moving towards Befesuk area. So we're hoping maybe somewhere Cheetah Catland, eastern side of Befesuk Dam.
Yeah, she might also Befesuk Dam.
Somewhere there. So it will be something that we will be looking forward while we drive, getting on those areas. Maybe we might be lucky to get to see this youngster.
It would be nice if Befesuk Dam also get a bit more leopard activity. I mean, years, not that many years, but early 2000s when I was guiding here, remember Shivati used to go past all the time. Not all the time, but often you'd go past and you'd be lying on that termite mound like a statue.
Yeah,
there's a lot more leopard activity around that. It's like maybe with the Kahumas before they left here, maybe they made the leopard activity around that side a bit less.
That it is. I mean, once the leopard and the lion operate in the same area, it will be a little bit shifting of one species, all species leopard.
Just because of
he has to move in other areas. So, but we believe this year we might have lots of leopard around in the area. Imagine if Gurula have a youngster and one of the youngster from Gurula next year or before
Has
next
a youngster as well.
you have a youngster as well. They will be moving up and down in the area. I've seen once before leopard. Sometimes we really know that leopard are more tree and they don't accommodate one another. But if they really knows one another, they can be in the same area. Well, not always, but we might get to see them. I mean, crossing one another's territory into the area, or getting to see youngster in this small farm. I mean, of two different leopards.
I think it's also because the last year almost now, there's been a lot less lion activity here. So apart from the physical danger of lions stealing carcasses and so on, the impact on the prey is much less. There's much more food available. So for that leopard, if there's another one or two leopards around, it's not really going to influence their food.
Yeah, it's true.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Next time, we just spoke about the kahumas now. There's actually a question, just to give a bit of background. A question from Pat asking the Manyeleti males being around and how that's going to influence possibly the cubs of the kahuma pride. Are they going to be a danger for that? And so on. But yeah, basically, just mentioned earlier, I had a bit of news and cub numbers and so on. Just a quick update.
Yeah. Which is really amazing. We're getting this information from the guys. They've just spotted now 5 youngsters.
Look, I think it's just...
It's hyena, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, probably chewing on the tire.
Yeah, something like
stuff to the elephant rocking.
Yeah. So what happened there, they located the lions, 4 female and 5 youngster which are sub-adult and 1 youngster which is very, very small. So it's
the 5 female?
Sub-adult.
5, so okay.
Yeah. It could be someone...
So the ones that were Mapokos, in other words.
Pt.4, Mapokos and so on. There's some cubs that we have seen here.
The ones that were little here.
Little here, and they've moved up into east, into Befesuk. So it looks like the cubs now are big enough. It's only that youngster, which it would be a fear for the pride to come down. But I believe with the guys, when I asked them to their own drive, they've seen 2 females from Kuhuma met with these new males.
They have seen that. Yeah.
So it may find the 4 female that belongs to the cubs. They need to always away with these males until the cubs grow. I think those females, they will come back into the area. And because we have these Manyeleti boys here, as you can hear them now are calling, they're just announcing the area. So I think those females that mated with Manyeleti, they might draw those females to come back slowly into the area, because the safety of those females is rely on those males now. Wherever they go,
that's the
wherever they go, they have to go on the same area. So maybe end of this year, those cubs, if they're big enough in order to protect themselves. The only problem, the cubs there, they're all males, most of them.
It's not so good for them.
It's not good for them to come recently into the area. If they were all female,
they just be incorporated.
Incorporated back into the area. So they need to little bit get support of the cubs to grow. Then themselves will become, they will withdraw themselves and go somewhere else. And the female, they will come back. It seems like, and the guys, when I asked them, they also mentioned that they haven't seen the male and the other 2 cubs. They were all 8, you remember. Look like 2 cubs there or 3 cubs. They're no longer on the pride. Maybe they killed with the other males.
These Manyeleti males.
The new males maybe, or even Joyce himself get killed. You never know what's the story there. But the more the female interested to mate with this male, it means these 2 Manyeleti males, they have bigger area, the scent mark a lot into the area than the female hook up with them, which is really, really amazing for a change.
What is that?
That's
the door or something. I just thought it was a bit of some funny noise behind us. It's been lots of activity with the water behind here. Lots of things coming and going. Karula made a kill on. You actually missed that, so you went to Johannesburg in that time.
Yes.
The night we got back, she made a kill of a nyala, just a little bit past the pond, but then she dragged it into that seat, inside by the sand, and then the hyenas took it there. So it's a lot of activity behind here.
Yeah, it's really amazing. It means Peter's Pond will be busy.
Busy time, especially if the rain is still a bit late. Well, I think just before we say goodnight, Rexon, you must have an awesome break. Obviously, enjoy your leisure break.
I enjoy a lot of break. Yeah, I've been in Joburg. Everything's going in terms of community project is going well. And before we say goodbye.